I think that's probably a good, Thank you very much, Derek L27, for the 1 year of subscription. Thank you so much, Derek L27. I'm trying to get the volume to a nice place. Ooh, and we got a golden Kappa train going. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. What the hell? How is it on that Oh, it's just because that's on the last screen it was on. All right. Now, guys, this is going to take me a second to get stuff set up. So, you guys...
Hear ye, hear ye.
You keep that level... You keep that golden Kappa train going. You keep the golden Kappa train going. While I do stuff from the other side of the room. No, Apple, I don't want to set up Apple Pay on my iPad. Why? Why would I want to do that? How? When am I ever going to use... Whatever. When am I ever going to use my iPad to pay for something? That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
Hear ye, hear ye. A gifted subscription.
Okay. Thank you very much to Dravenlock for the gifted subscription, and a man named Joel for the 100 bits, and thank you very much, Max Smithy, for the gifted subscription. I really appreciate it. Hold, please. Oh. I think maybe it's working. Let me see. Let me see if it's working. Oh, it's working. It is in fact working. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is working. Thank you very much, Firestar, for the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Why would your iPad want to set up Apple Pay? Because I just updated it. I just updated my iPad, and it wants me to set up Apple Pay on it. And, like, I don't want to set up Apple Pay, because, like, I'm never going to use Apple Pay on that. I'm never going to use it. What are my thoughts on the Lebel? It's a cool rifle. It's a really cool rifle. I like it. Wave to us. Hi, chat. Hello, chat. Hi. Hi. Hi, chat. How are you doing? How are you doing, chat? You like how it's tube fed? That is pretty cool. Alright, so... Am I missing anything? Chat, am I missing anything? We got music playing? How is the music? How is the music right now? Is the music good? Does it sound weird? Does it sound bad? Is it too high, too low? What is that mat I'm using? The mat I'm using is an East German duffel bag. Like, literally, the number is spray painted on the bottom of it. It's actually an East German duffel bag. I used it as the backdrop, like, once in a video, and everybody commented, not everybody, but a lot of people commented how much they liked it, so I just started using it, like, all the time. What's really funny, though, and I know that this is not a Colt Python, I bought 4 square meters of old dead stock of East German camo. This is, like, actually from East Germany. And I bought 4 square meters of this.
You guys ready?
I need to talk to someone to have them sew it so that I can turn it into like a tablecloth for this desk. Thank you very much, Moosh Bear the First, for the 300 bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I need to actually get it turned into a tablecloth. It's interesting. It's a different color because if you look at this, this is like brown. It's like a darker brown. But this is a much lighter brown. So it's interesting that it's such a different color. Also, you can tell that this is actually like old East German surplus because there's little bumps in it. There's little bumps in there of like where the fabric was stitched together. I love this. Anyway, all right. We need to do some gun cleaning. The first gun is this Colt Python. It is very, very dirty. And I didn't even fire it that much. It's more that I put like... Thank you very much, hang on. Thank you very much, Sweet Pie 32 for the 6 months of subscription. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for getting all the way to a golden Kappa train level 2. Thank you guys so much. Nice watch. Thank you. I like my Seiko. Seiko. I like my Seiko watch. It's a good watch. I got it for like $100. I got it for like $100 because it was used. And then I put this band on it. I have another band on the way because this is not really my color. I'm like a winter. I think I'm a true winter. I heard my wife in the other room say that is correct. I think I'm a true winter. So this is not really my color. So I just ordered a black watch band for it. I really like this watch band. I don't like the company I ordered it from because when you buy a watch band from them, they send you like 12 emails a day. So I have to keep unsubscribing, which is really annoying. Automatic or manual? It is an automatic. Also, what's really cool, check this out. You can actually see everything on the inside of it. You can actually see the, there we go. You can actually see the little automatic winding works on the inside there. Isn't that neat? Look at that! I love that. All right. Yay, gun cleaning stream? Yes! Yes! Thank you very much, Freedom Inc. for the 50 bits. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Thanos, for the 100 bits. Anyway, yeah, I really like this Seiko watch. It's very nice. Let me kind of clean it off a little bit. I really like the Seiko watch. It works very well. I got it for really cheap. And I got it because I really, really want... Thank you very much, Dearney, for stopping by. Hello. Also, I just noticed you were there. Hello. Thank you very much for stopping by. My brain is breaking down. Hang on. Yeah, I got this watch because I really want to get a Omega Speedmaster Professional, which is the watch that they wore on the Apollo missions. But I also hadn't worn a watch in like 20 years. So I was like, I'm not gonna spend $3,000 on the low end for a watch and then never wear it. So, like, why don't I get a good watch that I like, that's inexpensive, and see if I like wearing it. Basically, like, if I wear this, like, pretty much every day for, like, 2 years, then maybe I'll consider getting an Omega Speedmaster Pro. But it's gonna be difficult for me to actually spend that kind of money on a watch, he said, looking at his almost $2,000 revolver. Alright, we're gonna clean gun. Ow. High-end watches are just a liability to lose money? Possibly. They're also kind of like a, something that you really give more as like an inheritance thing. It's like, oh yeah, he bought this watch and then he gave it to his kid or whatever, like that. But also, like, you can just like nice things. I want to have a nice thing, and the nice thing is a nice watch, so. Should have expected my watch to be shitty. It was 15 bucks at Walmart, but it looks nice. I mean, you know, if it looks nice. Where did, oh, there it is. There it is. See, you guys are getting the better end of this deal. You guys are getting the better end of this deal because, you guys get to listen to music. I don't actually have any music playing right now. I can't hear anything. Also, the other thing about buying a mechanical watch is they kind of suck. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but like they're kind of a pain in the ass. You gotta make sure that it stays wound. You gotta get it serviced periodically, but they just look so cool. Is there a way I can improve my mic quality? Potentially, I would have to get other microphones and, like, set up a thing. Like, I can try to. It's gonna take me a minute. Is it really that bad? It's just tinny? I had a chance to watch your iPad video. You did a good job explaining everything. I also realized I carry the same thing in my truck. That's neat. I've been seeing a lot of people saying like adding stuff on. Or like not saying that I left things out, but just like adding stuff onto it. And like I intended for the video to be more of just basics than an in-depth discussion on all of these different things. So I'm not saying I don't appreciate it, because I do actually appreciate it very much. But if there's stuff in the video that I like left out, it's more likely because It's more likely because I was just kind of trying to have it be basic information. I am gonna need to actually put oil onto all this stuff. So I went and shot this earlier today, and I did not realize when I bought my ammo that the ammo I bought was lead round nose ammo. So it was just lead. It was just lead projectiles. And I wish I would have realized that when I got it. Because I would have preferred to have shot something that doesn't make as much of a mess. Because, like, man, lead ammo makes a really big mess. I really want to do a Stop the Bleed course, but they're all so far away. I mean, you can take the online course. In before, oh my god, Zach's pointing a gun at the camera. Oh my god, he's pointing a gun at the camera. What oil is that? It's Pro Shot One Step CLP. I just have a bottle of it. It is what it is. I don't recommend it or not recommend it. It's just the oil that I had. What happened to that first batch of ammo that you bought? The one that went more blam than it should have? I contacted the company. They basically took all of the ammo back. And I got refunded for it. So, problem solved! God, I wish I hadn't shot lead ammo. That was a mistake. Do it again, too. I'll make that exact same mistake again. None of you could stop me. Is it not clearly marked on the ammo box? It is clearly marked on the ammo box. I just didn't read. I just saw 38 special round nose and 158 grain and went, yep, that's it, and then grabbed it. In my defense, it did say very, very tinily. Tinily? It did say very small on the box. RNL for round nose lead. So, like, it did say it, it just was very small. Thank you very much, Freedom Inc., for the 26 months of subscription. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Freedom Inc. See, I'm gonna be, like, incredibly pedantic and really try to clean everything on this now. Which is annoying. Why can't I just be like, it's clean enough? Did I buy a Python so that I can cosplay Rick Grimes? No, I don't like Walking Dead. I'm sorry, I shouldn't call it Walking Dead. I should call it people stand around and argue for 45 minutes and then a zombie shows up in the last 2 minutes. Because that's what every episode of that fucking show is. Every single episode is they stand around and argue for 45 minutes, and then a zombie shows up at the last, like, 5 minutes of the show. I wonder where that girl could be that we've been looking for the last 12 episodes. She definitely can't be in the barn. She's not in the barn. There's no way she's in the barn. This old guy wouldn't do that, so there's no way she's in the barn. Oh no, she was in the barn! And she's a zombie now! The first season of that show was really, really good. The first season of that show was really good. And the reason that first season of that show was really good is because the guy that directed it, whose name is completely escaping me right now. The director of the first season of that show, was the same guy that directed the movie, The Shawshank Redemption. It's the same director. He's an amazing director. He did a really good job on the first season, and AMC was like, wow, you did such a good job on the first season that we're gonna renew you for a second season, and we're also gonna cut the budget for the second season. You don't get as much money. Also, you're fired. You're costing us too much money. Yeah, Frank Darabont. Yep, that's his name. Yeah, Frank Darabont is actually a really good director. Oh, it's getting cleaner. What aftermarket company would I recommend for wooden revolver grips? I think it's like Altamont. I think it's Altamont is the name of the company. VZ makes really good G10 grips. That's the grips that I have on this. This is these are VZ grips. I really like these ones. Are these VZ grips? I don't remember if these are VZ grips now. Anyway. What is a stubby gun? The stubby gun is a Smith & Wesson 327 Performance Center. It's basically, if you know what the R8 is, it's basically an R8 with a really, really short barrel. The only thing I didn't see in the first aid kit was the medical shears. You can get medical shears from basically like any company. North American Rescue sells them. I would just go to North American Rescue. They're like 15 bucks on there. Medical shears are one of those things that you can buy those on Amazon. It's just you may run the risk of them breaking when you're trying to use them. But yeah, you can get medical shears off of Amazon. I would just buy them from North American Rescue though. Would I recommend Walmart first aid kits? If it's just like bandages, and if it's just like band-aids and ibuprofen and stuff, then yeah, that's probably fine, but I would not recommend a Walmart first aid kit for anything beyond the most basic of first aid. I really should not have shot lead ammunition. That was a mistake. Budget aid kits are better than no aid kits. That is true. You know what? You know what? We're just gonna take the cylinder out. That will make disassembly so much easier. So we're just gonna take the cylinder out. Disassembly. That will make cleaning so much easier. So I am just gonna take the cylinder out. Because then I do a video on my gun cleaning kit at some point. Maybe there's just not really a lot to talk about there. It's like I don't really have like hyper specific things. Oh, come on. All right, sorry. The revolver's being a pain in the ass. Give me a second. Have I ever cleaned a single action army revolver? Yeah, I used to own a single action army. It was a repro made by Uberti. It was pretty good. What is my most hated gun? All of them. I hate all guns. I hate all guns, and I think all guns need to be banned forever. So that nobody can ever be hurt ever again. Because clearly if we get rid of the guns, then no one will ever be hurt again. I'm joking, by the way. I'm not sure. Oh wait, no, I know what my most hated gun is. It's the XM7. I hate the XM7. That thing's a massive piece of shit. I absolutely hate the XM7. And the XM250. What's the XM7? It's the gun that the Army just adopted to replace... Well, they're trying to adopt it. To replace the M4. They're basically... They're doing M14 Part 2. They're doing M14 Part 2 is what they're doing. Yeah, it's a weird SIG rifle. No, the XM250 is the squad machine gun without a quick change barrel. Best favorite gun? Probably the Beretta 92. But I also do really, really like the, B&T TP9. There's a lot of guns I really like. It's kind of hard for me to pick favorite gun. Because there's a lot that I really, really like. I should leave this oil on here to try to break this up a little bit. That's what I'm actually gonna do, because I'm smart. Because I am smart. So that is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna let the oil sit on that to try to eat the carbon a little bit. Zip 22. Why are we talking about the Zip 20? Oh, because you guys were asking about like my least favorite gun. You know, I bought a Zip 22 when they first came out because I didn't know. Nobody knew how bad they were going to be. Well, no, I'm sure people did, but they didn't, you know. I didn't hear them screaming about, don't buy this gun, it's going to be terrible. I bought a Zip 22. When they first came out. And man, they were as bad as everyone says they were. I could not get it to fire 10 rounds without jamming. It just wouldn't do it. And I wish I hadn't sold it. I did sell it. I sold it very quickly after I bought it, and I wish I hadn't. And I will tell you why I wish I hadn't sold it. Because if I had known that it was going to absolutely kill the company that made it, and that it was going to go down in history as one of the worst handguns ever made, then I would have kept it, because that's really funny. I remember after the news popped, you could get them for like 75 bucks. Yeah, I honestly don't know how I sold mine for basically the same price that I paid for it. I must have sold it real fast. I love crappy things? I don't love crappy things. I love things that have character. I do legitimately love crappy cars, though. Well, it depends on the crappy car, because some crappy cars aren't actually crappy. Everyone just thinks they're crappy. Clean! Yeah. My dad's Mini Cooper doesn't have rust, it has character. See, that's a good way of thinking about it. Have I heard about the Franklin Armory antithesis? I have heard about it, and the last thing I heard is that basically all the information about it got pulled from the internet. That is the last thing I heard about it, is that they came up with a way to circumvent NFA regulations for rifles, and then it didn't exist anymore. That worked very well, actually. Yeah, if you're wondering about my my gun cleaning kit, my gun cleaning kit is basically one of the little toothbrushes. There is a Pro Shot handle and rod for cleaning pistol barrels because it's substantially thicker than normal ones. And then I just have cleaning brushes. And then everything else is basically just oil, and a rag. My cleaning kit really isn't much of a cleaning kit. Would a wire brush ruin the clear coating on the gun? No, there isn't actually clear coating on this. It's just very shiny bluing. And I don't think it would, but I also don't really want to go using a wire brush on it, though I might have to for some of this carbon buildup. Look at this. Look at how much buildup there is in there. And that's just from like 100 rounds of 38 special. That isn't even that much. You can use this little carbon scraping tool. Even though it's just made of plastic, but maybe the plastic will be more strong than the lead. Maybe. I mean, it's kind of working. Is there a difference between 38 special and 357 mag? Yes, there is. I believe 357 Magnum is slightly longer than 38 special, and it definitely has more power behind it than 38 special does. Have you ever been to a gun auction? I've never been to one, but I've bought stuff from gun auctions before. But no, I have never been to a gun auction proper. Well, I mean, that's, you know, that is working. It's just really, really stubborn. This is what most of my gun cleaning is me scrubbing something and then getting mad because the carbon is stuck to it. Would I ever consider getting a 10mm? I did own a 10mm at one point. I owned a the Glock 41. This is the 10mm. There's too many numbers for Glocks. I'm sorry. There's too many numbers. I can't remember them. And I know it's not as bad as like classic Smith & Wesson revolver or Smith & Wesson's autoloaders, because that is some weird eldritch knowledge that nobody can understand or figure out. There is no way. I know there is. I know there actually is, but for the sake of this pretend argument that I'm having right now, there is no way to tell what the numbers on a Smith & Wesson on their old Smith & Wesson autoloaders mean. It doesn't make sense to anybody. You need to like divine something. It doesn't make any sense. I'm getting very close to deciding to use a wire brush on the carbon buildup behind the forcing cone. I'm getting very close to deciding to use a wire brush or a brass wire brush on it. I'm getting like very, very close. Any suggestions for a lefty? I wish I could help you, but I can't. I'm sorry. Oh, actually, I got a bunch of these. I got a bunch of these things from County Com recently. They came in a whole bunch of them. They're Halloween colors. Look, we got black and orange, the two different ones. I'm gonna try using this because this is a lot stiffer than that one was. Have I seen the YouTube restoration channel where he dips the shit in the magic liquid and it cleans it really well? Are you talking about, I know the name of the chemical. I can't remember what it is. EnviroClean? Is that what you're talking about? I think it's EnviroClean. Now I'm just thinking of EnviroBear. That's a different thing. EnviroBear is the world's most accurate bear driving simulation. It's also the only bear driving simulator. Evaporust! That's it, it's Evaporust. I wonder if you were thinking of Evaporust. I think because their tagline is like Enviro Clean. That's where I was getting that from. Yeah, it's Evaporust is what I was thinking of. I don't know if there's a gun equivalent of that. Maybe just like CLP, honestly. I don't like CLP though. Well, I don't like Army CLP. Evaporust probably wouldn't work great on, for getting rid of carbon on guns. There are, like, carbon-removing compounds. Some of them are very caustic. Some of them are very caustic. Thank you very much, Mike Panda, for the 4 months of subscription. USP all the way? Are you talking about the USP handgun, or are you talking about a type of cleaning agent called USP? The United States Postal Service? Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Oh, you know what? Yeah, actually, you wouldn't want to put a gun in Evaporust because it would actually probably eat the bluing. Depending on how caustic it is. I would imagine that Evaporust can't be that caustic. Cause like you can basically just dunk your hands in there. Curse you for reminding me about County Com? Ah! You're welcome. I just bought a bunch of shit from County Com. Look at these things. Look at this. You put stuff in it? I just bought a bunch of shit from County Com. I didn't need to. I did, though. It's thingy poggers. Alright. We're using the wire brush. Curse you, lead. Stupid lead. Man, that lead is really in there. Good lord. I am never shooting lead projectiles out of this gun ever again. Holy crap. That was such a bad mistake. Sometimes you gotta learn a lesson the hard way? Yeah. Apparently so. I was like, oh no, I accidentally bought lead projectiles. Oh well, yeehaw, I guess. And then I fired 100 rounds of them and then went, yeah, yeehaw indeed. There's enough lead left behind on this fucking gun that I could make another bullet with it. A gun with one bullet. I yeed too hard, yeah. I don't usually use a lot of different, like, chemical-based cleaning products. I kind of just try to use elbow grease to get rid of everything. And maybe that is inefficient and the hard way. And maybe that's stupid, but then that also means that I'm not inhaling a bunch of chemicals that will, I don't know, cause rapid DNA unspooling. Because we don't want that. Thank you so much, Decaying Reaver, for the 46 months of subscription. Holy shit. Thank you so much. What's my take on fictional guns? I think fictional guns can be really cool. It just depends on the gun. What is my take on the Morita from Starship Troopers? I mean, I love bullpups. So I like that gun because it's a bullpup, and I like bullpups. Also, all of the Morita rifles and Starship Troopers. See, this is actual. This is me being an actual gun artist. All of the Morita rifles and Starship Troopers are based off of a. If I say it's the Ruger Mini 14, people are gonna get mad at me because it's the full auto version of the Ruger Mini 14, which they only made for military and apparently also Hollywood movies, which I believe is the Ruger AC556 is the model. So all the Morita rifles are a Ruger AC556 in a bullpup chassis. Do I like the F2000? I think the F2000 is neat. I don't like one specific thing about the F2000. There's one specific thing I do not like about the F2000. I will give you a hint. It is not the fact that it looks like a boat. What do you think the specific thing I don't like about the F2000 is? The front eject doesn't actually bother me. No, it doesn't look like a fish. It looks like a boat. It looks like a boat. I haven't actually seen anybody say it yet. The sights, no, not the sights. Not the optic, not that it's FN. No, I like FN guns. It's not the stock, not the weird grip. Disassembly? No, because I have never actually taken one apart. It is the toilet bowl seat. Yes, I do not like the toilet seat. I do not like the toilet seat. So, for those of you who have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, I need a rifle to show you guys. Hang on, I'll be right back. Projectile? What do you mean No, it's not projectile shitting. Okay, so on the AUG, for example, and I know the entire thing isn't in frame, I'm sorry. On the AUG, the ejection port is right here. And if something goes wrong on the AUG, you can pull the bolt back, and you can just see what is going on inside it. The F2000 is ambidextrous, and the shells eject out the front of the gun. There's a little thing up here that the shells pop out up there. The only way you can see what's happening in the chamber is to flip up a little tiny thing that is right here on the F2000 that is called the toilet seat, colloquially. I don't know what its actual name is. We call it the toilet seat. So what you have to do to see what is happening on the F2000, if you get some type of double feed or other malfunction where normally you would just turn the gun over and look at the ejection port, on the F2000, you have to pull the bolt back and flip the little tiny toilet seat up and peer down into it to see what is happening. Oh, it's probably called the dust cover, actually. Yeah, no, that would make sense that it's called the dust cover. All right, yeah, so it's called the dust cover. Yeah, you have to lift that up and peer down into it. And there isn't enough room for you to get fingers or anything in there. So if you get a double feed, you have to hope that you can fix the double feed by removing the magazine and eject it, like racking the bolt a couple times. I don't like that. Every other bullpup, I can just pull the bolt back and see what's going on inside it. I can't do that on the F2000. So that's why I don't like the that's the thing I don't like about the F2000. Is the civilian AUG only right-handed? No, they make left-handed AUGs. They make left-handed ones. They also make conversion kits for it. If you get the NATO version, I believe. The NATO version, I think, is only right-handed. So. That is a doozy of a design flaw. I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I guess, you know, maybe it's just familiarity bias. Maybe it's just what is the term for when it's you see it all the time, so you think that's how it is for everything? Perception bias, is that it? Maybe it's just perception bias that, like, I'm so used to being able to see into the into the ejection port to see what's going on there that I can't comprehend ever not being able to see into it. So maybe it's just perception bias. Maybe you don't really ever get malfunctions that are that bad that you need to actually go in there and clear shit. No, I don't think it would be confirmation bias. Maybe it would be confirmation bias. I don't know. I'm not smart, so I don't know which one of those it is. This carbon is really pissing me off. Does anybody even use the F2000 anymore? I don't know. I think maybe like a couple countries do. I think there's an Arabic country that uses the F2000. And maybe like one Balkan country. But I don't think anybody else uses it. Maybe Cyprus uses it. I know Cyprus uses the PS9 or the P90. There's also a really cool sling for the P90. If you go to Wikipedia and look up the P90, there's an image of a Cyprus. I don't know if they're soldiers, technically. I'm going to say soldier. There's an image of a Cyprus soldier holding a P90. And he has a really, really cool sling for it. And the sling attaches to part of the receiver in a really interesting way. I have never seen... No, I'm sorry. I've seen one other photo of that sling. I have only seen 2 photos of this sling ever. And I can't find any information about it. It's infuriating. I want that sling so badly, and I can't find any information about who made it, where it came from. Supposedly, I've heard that it was made by FN, and they didn't make that many of them, but I don't know. Didn't they use a sling in Stargate? No, that was a sling that was actually designed specifically for the TV show. That sling actually was designed specifically for the TV show. This is a different sling. I think we got most of it. I think we got most of it, he says, and there's still very clearly visibly rings on there. Cypriot National Guard? Okay, that must be what it is. Wish there were more fictional guns that were just amalgamations of different gun parts. There are a lot. There are a lot of fictional guns that are amalgamation of different gun parts, but you mostly see it in video games, not in movies. because it's a lot easier to make a bunch of stuff slap together. It's a lot easier to just kind of like slap stuff together in a video game than it is in a movie. I'm not saying it's impossible to do it in a movie. Yeah, they did it in Blade Runner. What gun company do I actually despise? Well, I'm not super happy with SIG right now, but I'm not super happy with SIG right now. But I mean, a lot of people aren't really happy with SIG right now, so. Can I ask a professional question? I got this one I'm struggling with. As long as I can actually answer it on stream, I will try to. This is looking a lot better. This is looking much better. I might try just a little bit more to see if I can get that oil off there, but we'll see. Have I ever seen Escape from New York? Well, if I were to tell you that I'm the Duke of New York, #1, would that answer your question? No, I'm sorry, you're the Duke of New York, #1. You're the Duke of New York, #1. I love Escape from New York. I also like Escape from LA, but that's kind of for a different reason. Escape from LA isn't actually a good movie. I got an Auto 5 working on the front trigger screw, not threading out. I feel it trying to catch the thread out, but it seems to not want to come out. So it's like it's rotating, but it's not unscrewing? I don't want to give you any advice because it's been so long since I've disassembled an Auto 5. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. So like as much as I would love to help you, I don't actually know. And I don't want to tell you, oh, do this, and then it's like Zach was wrong and then he made me break my gun. Escape from LA is a fun movie, but not a good movie. Exactly. Escape from LA is a very fun movie. It's not a good movie. I don't even think, I'm pretty sure that, John Carpenter was not happy that he was working on that movie and he was directing it. My current idea is taking a nylon punch, putting pressure on the back end of the screw to see if I can force the thread out as I turn it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. I wish you the best of luck. It's one of those things that it's difficult for me to visualize what exactly is happening. I mean, I can visualize what you're saying, it's just difficult for me to visualize the specific part you're referring to on the Browning Auto 5. Honestly, it's been in the shop safe for so long, no one knows how long it's been there. Hey, free gun! Doesn't Benelli make lefty shotguns? I believe they do, yeah. I think they make left-handed shotguns. I really like the theme that plays in the opening credits of Escape from New York. Look up the album. Hang on, give me a second. I can't remember the name of the album. Look up the album Zombie Zombie Plays John Carpenter. The name of the band is Zombie Zombie. They have an entire album. It's not very long. I think it's only like 10 songs maybe, but they have an entire album where they just cover John Carpenter songs. It's great. I love it. They have the Escape from New York theme on there, and I think they also have the Escape from LA theme on there as well. They have the theme to The Thing, which is really good. Yeah, look up Zombie Zombie Plays John Carpenter. I really like that album. Thank you, Hex. What are my thoughts on the M3 Super 90? I fucking love the M3 Super 90. I need to get one at some point. I really, really want an M3 Super 90. It's like a SPAS 12 that isn't quite so clunky. Yeah. It's a SPAS 12 that actually wants to function. Isn't Benelli the rich, successful cousin of Frankie? Yeah, that's a decent way of putting it, yeah. I mean, they're all owned by Papa Beretta now, so... They're all owned by Papa Beretta now. I have Charter Arms revolver that I tried to get work on while I was in school. I couldn't get the trigger to work again. I had to send it back to Charter. Then this job, I worked on a Smith & Wesson with a side plate. And oh my god, I love side plates now. I understand why they do this now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because Charter Arms, Charter Arms don't really have side plates on them, so it's just kind of a bastard to get anything to work. There it is. I wondered where that went. Alien will be 50 in 2029. Ooh. Oh, also, on the topic of birthdays, and because I had just mentioned Beretta, next year is Beretta's 500th anniversary. Beretta, if you don't know this, Beretta is the oldest continually operating firearms manufacturer in the world. And next year will be their 500th anniversary. They started out making arquebus barrels. Which is pretty neat. You know, I was just thinking, I'm not going to do this because they're incredibly expensive, but it would be really funny if I bought a Manuron revolver. If I bought one of the MR73s from Beretta in celebration of their 500th anniversary. So I've celebrated Beretta's 500th anniversary by buying a French revolver. That would be stupid. Just like that was the thought that entered my head is, if you wanted to celebrate their 500th anniversary, you could get a Manuron MR73. Yeah, by buying a French revolver to celebrate an Italian gun company's 500th anniversary. Brilliant idea, Zach. You're welcome. We're gonna try just a little bit more. Let's do the Silver Pigeon. No. Though I did watch the TFB video where he, like, went to Beretta and, like, watched them make these shotguns, and, like, some of these shotguns were, like, $10,000. Some of them were even more than that. They had, like, pieces of wood in there that, like, $100,000 over-under shotguns that have, like, glass plates on the side so that you can see all the lock work. It's insane. Absolutely gorgeous shotguns. I'm not really like a super fancy shotgun dude. But, like, goddamn, those shotguns were beautiful. It's playing Techno Pack right now. I hope it's not going to copy claim your shit. No, it should be fine. That seems to... there's only one song in this playlist that it doesn't like, and I already removed it. There's only one song in this playlist that YouTube really doesn't like, and I already took it out. What kind of watch is that? It's the Seiko Sports Automatic 5. See, look at that. Look at that. You can rotate this. Should have done this earlier so we could tell how long I've been doing this for. Here, we'll go like this. Alright, in 10 minutes, I'm gonna forget that I did this. What's my opinion on the Casio F91 whiskey? I don't know enough about it. Sorry. In 30 seconds? In 30 seconds what? Or is it Casio? Is it Casio or Casio? It's probably Casio. It just reminded me of a bit from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Just watch the TV, you'll forget. Forget what? I hate TVs on. Do you think 30 carry will ever get, or 30 super carry will ever get traction? I feel like it has a decent amount of traction. It's just like the people that love it really, really love it, and they carry it and like to shoot it, and everybody else just kind of does whatever. There's another one. What is it? Is it 27 Federal is the other one that apparently 27 Federal is actually like really good. I've been hearing a lot of really good things about 27 Federal. I think that's what it is. Back to the Future turns 40 this year. I also turned 40 this year. I'm also going to turn 40 this year. And Mario? Hey, Mario's turning 40 this year. Good work, Mario. Do I think 6mm arc has a future? Probably. Probably. I don't see why it wouldn't. What is my favorite bullpup rifle? Steyr AUG. The Steyr AUG is my favorite bullpup rifle. I have autism. Well, you know, that's actually got rid of a lot of lead that was on there. So that is working. It's just frustrating. Does the Steyr AUG beat out the FAMAS? Yes, and for one specific reason. Would you like to know why I like the Steyr AUG more than the FAMAS? I'm sure you would. It's because I can own one. That's it. It's because I can own one. I have one. I have one sitting on the floor right next to me. I was holding it like 10 minutes ago. That's why I like the AUG more than the FAMAS. What are my thoughts on the Canik TP9 at Canik TP9 SFX, whatever the thing is for? I like the Canik pistols. Canik pistols are really nice. For the price point they're at, they're very, very good. Like, you're kind of hard-pressed to find a better gun for that cheap. Caniks are one of the only times I will recommend that you buy a Turkish gun. They're actually very good. Steyr is making a new P226 clone. I know, I'm actually kind of excited about that. I want to see it. I want to get my hands on one. What are my thoughts on the Springfield Hellion? I like them. I'm debating if I'm gonna go grab mine and show you guys, but I can't get the whole thing in frame, so there's really no reason for me to go grab it. Like, I could go get it, but, like, I can't get the entire thing in frame, so there's not really a reason to. Twitch, just let me scroll. Let me scroll through the messages. Thank you. First discovered you through Campfire Stories with Mike, and your stories made me laugh so much and recently brought me out of a dark place, so thank you for all the laughs, Zach. Thank you very much, Eris, the Chaos Fox. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Civi VHS 1, is that a meme? No, it's a VHS 2. It's not a VHS 1, it's a VHS 2. I'm actually going to take my gloves off for a second because my hands are getting incredibly sweaty. So, I'll tell you what, I will take my gloves off and get a drink of water, and maybe I will go get the VHS or the Hell Onion and show it to you. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've returned. There it is. Look, it's a VHS 2. It's too big to fit in frame. It's just... Wait, I can maybe... If I do this, it fits. So yes, I have a civilian VHS 2. That's not a VHS, that's a gun? I know, it says the name is... The name in Croatian is VHS-2. I don't remember what VHS stands for. In the United States, they call it the Springfield Hellion, which I think is a stupid name, so I call it the Hell Onion. I like it. It's neat. I got this grip from Lunar Designs, which emulates the actual VHS grip. And one of the reasons that I like it is because you can actually reach the safety with this one, which is really nice that you can actually reach that. And I have another thing for it. Let me move this piece of crap out of the way. No, I'm just kidding. I have another thing for it. I have an actual VHS-2 magazine. An actual VHS-2 magazine and magazine well for this gun. Because one of the really weird things about the VHS, one of the weird, goofy things is you can pull this captive pin out and take the entire magazine well out and put a different magazine well into it. If it'll fit. It will fit, it's just kind of annoying. It's being a bitch. There. So now it just takes the VHS magazines. I'm holding it upside down. Now it just takes the VHS magazines, which apparently are G36 magazines. I guess this is just a G36 magazine. So I can theoretically run G36 magazines in this gun now. One of the things that was interesting is this rifle was trialed by the French military as a replacement for the FAMAS. When they were looking to replace that, they ended up going with the HK416. Honestly, probably a really good choice. I am sad that they no longer have bullpups, but you know, the 416 was a good choice. Apparently, they were trialing this, and the 416 just barely beat it. And I guess they were trialing it with G36 magazines, or maybe it was a different one. I can't remember. Anyway. Yeah, I really like the VHS. I think the VHS-2 is a really cool rifle when the magazine well wants to behave. .416 really just is everywhere. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just a really good gun. I like to joke and say that the AR-15 is the carcinization of the gun world. Just every gun will eventually turn into an AR-15. The VHS-1 was a modified FAMAS. Kind of. It took inspiration from the FAMAS, but it wasn't strictly a FAMAS. It has similarities, but they're not the same thing. This is actually almost more of a G36. Like, internally, this is very, very similar to a G36. So, take the stock out. So this is not long stroke gas piston. This is short stroke gas piston, but it looks like it's long stroke gas piston. The bolt itself is very similar to a G36 bolt. Yeah, and that's basically all you have to do to disassemble that. And then you can also switch this over from right to left-handed feed in like a couple seconds. It basically just involves removing some pins and putting them back in. Anyway, I'm gonna put this back together because this is not the focus of what we are doing. Come on. There you go. Anyway, yeah, I do really like this. I do really like this gun. I just think I like the FAMAS better. Just personally, I like the I like the Steyr AUG just a little bit better, personally. I do really, really like this gun, though. Also, if you want to be really silly, you can open both ejection port covers. So you have one on this side, you have one on this side. You do have to remove this pin, but you can open both of them, and then you can just see through the entire gun, which is kind of fun. Alright, hang on, I'm gonna put this back really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Were you guys behaving yourselves? Were you guys all behaving yourselves? You better have been. Fun fact, you know, the primary reason that the FAMAS is in Metal Gear Solid, the first one, the primary reason the FAMAS is in that game is because it's square. It's the same reason it's the Mark 23 SOCOM, because the Mark 23 SOCOM with the experimental laser aiming module on it is square. Very easy to render. It's a big block. That's the primary reason it was those firearms. Because there is absolutely no reason why a U.S. Special Forces team stationed in Alaska would use a French assault rifle. They would have just used M4s or M16s. It doesn't. So why the PSG one? That's also pretty square. The PSG one is pretty square. Low count polygons. I'm not looking forward to trying to get all the carbon off of this. I'm also not looking forward to how much this is going to shake the camera. What does Mrs. Hazard think of my guns? She knows that I have them. And beyond that, really not much. She is not really a gun person. She doesn't particularly care. You got new grips for your 686 based off my recommendations earlier? Neat. I hope they work out well for you. Dang, actually, it looks like it worked pretty well. Have I taken her to the range? Yes, I have. Should do it again. That was fun. Did I buy my Python dinner first? Well, I mean, yeah, that's why it's dirty, because I shot it a bunch. So, yes, by definition, I actually did buy it dinner first. The Hellion's ejection can be switched to the other side. Yes, it can. Not only can it be switched to the other side, but you can do it yourself. You don't need any extra tools. You don't need anything. You can just switch it to the other side. It's like one of the only bullpups that you can just do that without having to send it back to the factory or buy an expensive conversion kit. So yeah, if you want a left-hand friendly bullpup, the Hellion is kind of your only option. Well, there's also the Desert Tech MDR or Wolverine or whatever the fuck they're calling it now. There's also that one. So technically there are two. Gave my Python dinner, call that bitch Snake Eater. God damn it. Because it's a snake, and it's eating. Snake Eater. I started hearing the Snake Eater theme, but to the theme of Goldfinger, which doesn't make any sense. Snake Eater! Ba, 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 ba. Sorry. Or the PS90. Oh yeah, the PS90 is ambidextrous. I feel really bad for the PS90 because like you can't shoot it. Like there are barely any competitions that will let you shoot the PS90. Because they're either like, no, it's too big for a handgun or it's too large for a handgun caliber, or they're like, no, it's too small to be a rifle caliber. So you just end up not being able to use it. Don't apologize for art. God damn it. I don't know if I would classify it as art, but thank you. I appreciate your vote of confidence. Alright, we'll let that soak in. We're gonna try once more to see if we can get rid of some of this lead that's on here. And I really should look up and see if there's I should look up and see if there's a way to, or like a compound that's better at removing lead. But there's so many images of the PS90 have such a long barrel sticking out the front because that's the only way they could get the barrel to be 16 inches. It has to have a 16-inch barrel, otherwise it's classified as a short barrel rifle. So you have to have this stupidly long barrel on the front of it, because then it's not a short barrel rifle, then it's just a normal rifle. What's my favorite game I've played with Mike? I don't know. I will say that I think our Papers, Please video is probably one of the funniest videos we've done. I think the Papers, Please video is probably like the funniest one we've done together. So maybe Papers, Please. That one was pretty good. Alright, stop having lead build up. Lead, go away. Go away, lead. I like the Alien playthrough and the Mass Effect playthrough. Thank you. Have a good time with Digi and Helldivers too? Yeah, that was fun. That was enjoyable. Alright, I do think that that's about as clean as I'm gonna get it for now. I think any more time spent on that is gonna be kinda pointless. check something. Wait, I need to check something else. And by check something else, I mean drink water. What is the least favorite game I've played with Mike? Oh, it's the game where you're in like the weird, like it's not high school but it's not college, and you're trying to date monsters. That game. That's my least favorite game I've played with him. I can't remember the name of it now. Monster Prom? It's like Monster Prom or something. And no, it's not just because the ghost girl was like, haha, I'm so interested in you. Oh man, you're so cool. I love hanging out with you. We're gonna do drugs and do a bunch of stupid shit. Wow, what a great time. Oh, you wanna go to prom with me? Ew, you're gross. It's not because of that. It definitely isn't because of that reason. That I think that game is fucking stupid and nobody should play it. Definitely not that reason. Nope, no siree. Couldn't be. I'm not bitter. You're bitter. Shut up. Alright. Broke his heart? Yep, ripped it into little pieces. Ripped it into little tiny ghost pieces. Do I like Borderlands and would I play it with Mike? I do not like Borderlands. No, I probably would not play it with Mike. For the record, I'm not saying that you can't like Borderlands. It's totally fine if you like Borderlands. I don't have a problem with that. I personally don't like it. And it's not, again, I need to state for the record, it's not because of the guns in game. I actually don't care about the guns in that game. They're science fiction guns. It doesn't matter. It uses, the way it makes the guns in that game is actually kind of cool. The way they make the guns in that game is actually kind of cool because it has like a program that basically it randomly generates every single gun that exists in that game. And I think there are a few that have like fixed ways that they can spawn. But basically the game is like, okay, so yeah, you have the frame, you have the barrel, you have for a revolver, you have the frame, cylinder, barrel, grip, and whether or not it's got optics on it, and then a thing on the front of it. And then it just randomly picks a bunch of different parts and puts it together, so you can end up with a revolver with like 3 barrels, or like 20 cylinders on it, or just like 2 chambers on the cylinder, which is weird. It's actually really neat how that works. Thank you very much, Nab2150, for the 19 months. 19 months of subscription from Nav2150. Thank you so much. I think that's actually cool. My problem with Borderlands is I think the writing is always incredibly juvenile, and the writing is basically meme writing from like 5 years before the game came out. I really don't like it, and also I don't like Gearbox, and I don't like Randy Pitchford. So I just choose not to play any of his games, because I fucking hate Randy Pitchford. And that's pretty much it. There's not really any reasons beyond that. Understandable. Have a nice day. Thank you. He's insufferable. I know. You like it because of the asinine writing? That's fine. I just personally don't particularly like it. Also, I really did not like the first Borderlands game. I really didn't like the first Borderlands game because I felt like the first one didn't know what the fuck it was trying to do. So it was like, half the time it's trying to play it straight and be serious, and then the other half the time it's being like zany, off the wall, goofy. It was weird. And let's not forget, I'm sorry that I'm getting on a whole tear here, but let's not forget that the entire concept of Borderlands is wholesale stolen from a artist's style and short film called Code Hunters. If you go on YouTube and look up Code Hunters, it's just Borderlands. It is literally just Borderlands. And supposedly, the way the story goes is the man that created Code Hunters was in contact with Gearbox Software and Randy Pitchford, and they said, we love your style, we love how you did this video, we want you to do all of this stuff for our Borderlands series. So he came up with a bunch of character designs and helped them create a bunch of stuff, and then they went, wow, this is really great artwork, but we've decided we're not going to work with you anymore, so we're taking all of this artwork that you said that you would get to us as a demonstration. We're taking all of this, go away now. And then they made Borderlands. So they completely fucking screwed over this dude. It's really a shame. It makes me, like, actually sad for this guy. Because I straight up cannot remember what his name is, and that's a fucking shame. I really hope he found a good level of success. Ollie Moss? Okay, yep, Ollie Moss. That does sound familiar. I hope he found a lot of success because, like, unless it turns out that he was a scumbag, and then in which case, fuck him. But right now, tentatively, because I don't know that much about him personally, I hope he found a lot of success. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna do this. Man, guys, it has taken me a long time to clean this revolver. Oh, and Ben Hibbins? Okay, cool. So it was two separate people. Ollie Moss works for Valve now. Oh, that's good. That's good. So I'm glad that he found. I'm glad that he found some level of success. All right. You know what? That's probably good enough. That is probably good enough. It doesn't need to be absolutely spotless because I am going to continue shooting this thing. It's not like I'm gonna never shoot it again. You do the artwork for Firewatch? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oil on there. Put the screw back in. Neat! The Colt Python is clean! Any opinion on the Canik TTI Combat? Like I said earlier, Canik handguns are very good for the price point they're at. Canik handguns are very good. I think Taron Butler's kind of a fucking weirdo, but, you know, he's a lot better at shooting than I am, so what do I know? I mean, I know that he's a fucking weirdo, but... No, you're alright, man. Don't worry about it. Alright, whatever. I've spent entirely too much time on one handgun so far. I've spent entirely too much time on one handgun. Thank you, Colt Python, for being an excellent revolver. What are my thoughts on the PDP? Really good gun. PDPs are really nice. They're kind of big, but they're not bad. Alright, I have to update. Browning Buckmark. Yeah, that's a good no lead bullets PSA. 2 hours of cleaning. Yeah. That is a good no lead bullets PSA. Now my hands are all sweaty again. Oh boy, a 22, this will take a minute? Probably not, actually. What solvent am I using? It's Pro Shot One Step CLP. It's fine. It's just what I had. It works. We can put that
the
away.
most powerful $10 in the world.
Thank you very much, Nab2150 for the 19 months of subscription. Unless I already thanked you for that, and then in which case I guess you get a free one. What are you doing, Twitch? Stop being weird. Twitch! Stop it. Stop being weird, Twitch. Twitch is being weird. Hang on. Oh, I'm sorry. I completely missed that. Thank you very much for the $21.50 donation, Nab. Thank you so much. I don't know why it didn't show me. I don't know why it didn't show me the thing. Sorry about that. Twitch is being an ass. Well, okay, so the way I'm doing this is I have my iPad sitting on the desk so that I can see chat, because my actual desk is on the other side of the room, the desk that I normally stream from. So this is not the setup that I'm used to using. That's why stuff is different. What's the worst paint job plating on a gun I've ever seen? Like from the factory, probably. From the factory, it would probably be the Colt M45A1, because they like all of the Cerakote just started coming off after like 1,000 rounds, and they were supposed to be corrosion resistant. They were not corrosion resistant, and basically the Marines had just spent a bunch of money to get Colt M45A1s from Colt, and they started breaking and not working properly and rusting, so that they were locked together because they were so rusted. And the Marines went, hey, Colt, do you want to fix this problem? Do you want to either fix this problem or give us all of the money back for these Colt pistols? And Colt went, you know what? We'll just go bankrupt. That was their solution. They went bankrupt. Because hey, if you're bankrupt, then that means you don't gotta pay for it anymore. Thank you very much, Lunar Red Panda, for the Prime subscription. I really appreciate it. Behold, the Browning Buckmark. I built this. How the fuck did Colt live this long? I don't know. What's the difference between the M45A1 and the M1911A1? Quite a few differences. Hang on. I'll show you. I had to go into my gun closet. So this is not a Colt M45A1. This is a TSOS Raider, which is the Colt M45A1 we have at home, only it's not a piece of crap. And the differences between the Colt M45A1 or TSOS Raider and the 1911 are actually, I think the Colt M45A1 has like a Picatinny rail on the front of it, not just like a normal pistol rail. So that is technically different between the M45A1 and the TSOS Raider. But you have a flat back strap instead of like the arched one. They put G10 grips on it. You have an extended grip safety with a little nub on the back of it. Ambidextrous right and left hand safeties. Novak style rear sight. Big white dot front sight. I believe all the barrels were like stainless steel. They may have supposed to have been, what is the name of it? They may have supposed to have been chrome lined. I don't actually know. And then one of the things that I did to this one is I put a full length Wilson Combat guide rod on it. I still haven't shot it since I installed that guide rod. I really should do that. Oh, and I also put like, not grip tape, but no, it is grip tape. I put like, it's like a rubbery, grippy tape on the front of it, just because there's no like checkering on the front of it. So So I put that on there. I really like the TSOS 1911s. Like these are actually amazingly good. Like this pistol minus the flashlight. This pistol is like $600. It's actually really good. I don't know what is going on at TSOS, but nobody has told them that they're building budget 1911s. Like somebody told them that they were building high-end 1911s. I don't know why they're so good for as cheap as they are. No waifu grips? No, I like these ones. Really like the pattern on the grip. I know, they're cool. It's neat. I like that like laminate pattern. Pretty cool. Alright, anyway. Do I have a favorite bit of FUD lore that I like to debunk or make fun of? The M16 is an AR-15. So is the M4. The M16 and the M4 are AR-15s. I don't know why that's like a controversial opinion, but apparently it is. They are AR-15s. Like an M16 is an AR-15. It's weird that people like get really bent out of shape about that one. I probably shouldn't have said that because now I don't want to have a bunch of arguments in the comments with people about how, no, it isn't. But I guess those arguments primarily exist on Twitter, which, you know, whatever. So. I'm wondering if I actually want to, like, completely take this apart. I could take it apart, but then I'm gonna... I mean, like, I'm gonna lose 0 on the optic, but it's also a 22 pistol. So... it's not gonna matter that much. Now that I Loctited those screws down, I don't want to put more Loctite on it. We'll just clean it. I'm just gonna clean it without fully disassembling the thing. Is my ring made of tungsten? No, my ring is made of titanium. It's made of titanium. I really like this one. I like the knurling on it. It's like, it's funny because the outside has started to turn silver just from wear, but the inside is still like the goldish color. It is still gold on the outside, it's just not as gold as it used to be. I really like that though. I wouldn't have gotten it if I didn't like it, I guess. At least it's not a Ruger Mark II. Oh god, no. I took apart a Ruger Mark III once. I won't do that anymore. Well, when I say once, I used to own a Ruger Mark III. I took it apart several times. It sucks. It's miserable. I hate doing it. The Ruger Mark IV was such a massive improvement to the Ruger Mark series of handguns that it's like there is no reason to buy any Ruger 22 handgun that is anything other than the Mark IV. The Mark IV is just the one to get. Here, when I get this thing cleaned off, I can show you guys the configuration I was shooting it in earlier. Because it wasn't in this configuration. When I get an M1 Garand ring, I don't know what that is. Is it a ring made out of a piece of an M1 Garand? Probably not. I like that one. I was seriously considering getting a ring made out of a meteorite, actually. That was kind of my primary... the original thing I was going to get was a ring made out of a meteorite, because you end up with these things that I believe... I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. I believe they're called Widmanstaden lines. They're like these... You know the big meteorite cubes that are in Super Mario Odyssey? They look like that. And I was considering getting a ring made out of meteorite, but the more I looked into it, basically everybody was like, yeah, you have to like coat them in oil every single day, otherwise they start rusting immediately. Unless you get a really high nickel content one, and then I hope you don't have a nickel allergy. So I just was like, you know what? I don't want to have to coat my wedding ring in oil every single day. I'd rather get one that's made out of titanium, and then I don't have to do anything. It just is. The problem with getting a titanium wedding band is that you cannot resize this. You cannot resize titanium wedding bands. You have to buy a different one if you need a different size. So. Ever wear a thumb ring too? No, I really don't like wearing jewelry. I wear this because I love my wife. I wear this because I love my wife, and it doesn't really bother me that much. But like, I am constantly like futzing with this. I don't particularly like wearing jewelry. And then some days, if I don't leave the house, I won't put it on. It'll just stay in the little. I have a little ceramic goose. I have a little ceramic goose that I put my wedding band in that my wife got for me. A little ceramic honk. How do I rate the Acro? They're really good. I really like the Acro. Very, very good optic. They're hard to source in Australia. I am sorry to hear that. I feel like it's very hard to get basically most firearms or most firearm accessories in Australia. Oh, hang on a second. I got my wedding band tattooed on. Since I'm a welder, I can't wear metal. That is understandable. I've seen a lot of people do that. Good lord, that cleaned off instantly. Holy crap. I mean, like, I know I scrubbed at it with a brass bristle brush, but like, how did 22 leave less lead behind than the bullets I was firing out of that 357? What the fuck? Never shooting federal 357 lead bullets ever again. Good God. Isn't it harder in England, too, for firearms? Yes. I'm not super well versed on what firearms you are allowed to and not allowed to have in the United Kingdom. From my understanding, there isn't any regulation on suppressors, though, which is kind of cool. But I don't actually know, so don't quote me on that. So I was thinking, how the fuck was the 22 easier to clean? I don't know! That lead must have just been like the nastiest lead ever. Good lord. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, when I was shooting that 357, there were like big white clouds coming out of it, so that I may have accidentally bought cowboy loads. It's like, it was in the exact same red box as all of the rest of oh god, what brand of ammo was it? Federal. It was in the exact same red box as all the rest of the Federal ammo. I'm looking at the photo I took of it. Federal American Eagle, 158 grain, LRN. That's the only, you know what, here, I'm showing you an image on my phone. That's not really helpful. Yeah, that's not gonna fucking work. That doesn't work at all. Hang on. Alright, I switched back over to my desk really quick. I switched back over to my desk really quick so that I can show you this. For reference, 22 is typically very, very cheaply made and comparatively dirty when compared to other cartridges. Yeah, that's why that is an excellent point. That's why I'm so confused about this. Usually 22 is way dirtier. Usually 22 is way dirtier. Man, that is such a small image. Oh well, it's fun. Yeah, so that is the ammo I was shooting earlier. It's just, and like you can see right down here, super tiny on the box, LRN. That's the only thing that indicated it was lead ammunition. That is the only thing that indicated it was lead ammunition. So I saw the 38 special 158 grain and I was like, oh, and it's got the little target on it. Perfect. That's exactly what I need. That's usually what I shoot for 38 special, just like a Federal American Eagle. Nope, lead round nose. And I also have the photo didn't even load properly. That sucks. Anyway. So confused. In the UK, most rifles and semi-automatic rifles in 22 LR, bolt-action rifles in any caliber, and single-shot rifles are allowed with a firearms certificate. Shotguns are permitted with a shotgun certificate, provided they are not fully automatic and meet specific barrel length and magazine capacity limits. Handguns are generally prohibited, with exceptions for long barrel pistols in specific calibers and in Northern Ireland. Neat! There's, I know that there's a bunch of integrally suppressed over-under shotguns that they sell in the UK, and every single time I see them, I'm always incredibly jealous. Just because that's really cool. Oh, I was gonna do this. Forgot that I was going to clean that off. Alright. This is one of the things that I actually really like about the Browning Buckmark, is that this is very easy to clean. It's really easy to just be able to clean the face of the barrel. Or, sorry, breech face. Did I get a Garand? Yeah, I have a Garand. Oh, I never saw what is a Garand ring that someone was referring to? Is it a ring made of an M1 Garand? You got a Sjogren at work? That's really cool. I want a Sjogren. I want a Sjogren. I just don't want to pay $5,000 for one. I want a Sjogren. I did find one for sale, but it was $5,000, and I didn't want to buy that. If I got the chance to buy a 20mm anti-tank rifle in great condition for cheap, would I buy it? No, because cheap for a 20mm anti-tank cannon is, or sorry, anti-tank rifle is still gonna be like several $1,000s, and I don't have anywhere that I could shoot one of those, and I don't want to pay to shoot it. So, unfortunately, no. Is there a benefit to side-by-side shotguns over under other than the coolness factor? I'm wondering if the the trigger mechanisms would be less complex. It's possible. How do I feel about the Krag Jorgensen? I think those are really neat. I like how the magazine works on those. I think the way the magazine works on those is super cool. I should have put gloves back on. That would have been smart. Remember you guys had one of those Lynx rifles at my place once? We did, yeah. We had one of the GM6 Lynx rifles. Those are really fucking cool. A GM6 Lynx is a 50 caliber rifle that I would try to get if I could get one for cheap. But I will never be able to get one for cheap, so I will probably not get one. They're just weird because they're long recoil operated. And long recoil operation is cool and weird. Cool. And also weird, but cool. So the long recoil operation, the way long recoil operation works is there's different types of recoil operation. Short recoil is the one that is basically like the 1911 is short recoil operated. When the gun fires, the barrel moves back a little bit. So you'll see here, I'm pushing on the barrel. The barrel moves back a little bit and then tips downwards. And then the slide moves the rest of the way backwards. Or in basically any other one on the M2 machine gun, the barrel and bolt all move backwards just a little bit. And then the bolt travels the rest of the way backwards. Glocks too. Basically, any semi-automatic handgun that uses the Browning tilting barrel mechanism is short recoil operated, and most handguns use Browning tilting barrel. Yes, there are a lot that don't use it, but most semi-automatic handguns, especially if they're based off of a 1911, use the Browning tilting barrel. That is short recoil. Bolt and barrel both move back just a little bit, and then bolt moves the rest of the way on its own, ejects the cartridge, moves forward, picks up the new cartridge, chambers it, and then they move back forward again. Long recoil is the Browning Auto 5, and long recoil is, this is the barrel, this is the bolt. It fires, they both move all the way to the rear, and then the barrel moves forward. Once the barrel gets all the way forward, the bolt moves forward, picks up the cartridge, and chambers it. It's weird. It's weird, and I absolutely love it. Long recoil is super cool. Dang, that instantly got clean. That's like, I really don't need to do anything else. I could do this and clean up in here a little bit. But I really don't need to do much. Thank you very much, Souls Wandering, for the 1 month of subscription. Ow! Blinding myself. Now the hard part is actually... Oh, wait a minute. Ah, look how smart I am. Look how smart I am to clean off that feed ramp. I'm so smart. are my feelings on the Shosha talking about long recoil? I can't really give you an opinion on it because I don't know a lot about it. I have never fired one. I have only a passing familiarity with them. They look neat. A lot of people will say they look stupid. I think they look neat. They did have a lot of problems, but like all early machine guns had a lot of problems, so that wasn't really unique to the Shosha. Or however you're supposed to pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. I mean, that cleaned up really well. That cleaned up really fast. I built this out of a Buckmark that I won in a gunbroker auction for very cheap. I won it for very, very cheap. And I added this barrel to it, added a little rail to the front, added this acro mount to it. I replaced basically almost all the components on the inside of it, put a new trigger on it, put grips on there. And then, the way I was shooting it earlier was... I'm gonna do this off camera, just on the off chance that YouTube gets mad. There we go. Ta-da! It's a weird little space gun! That sounds like an airsoft gun. Especially if I use subsonic ammo through it. $10 cheap? No, not like $10 cheap. Like $200 cheap. Obsidian? Yes, that is the Obsidian. I like the Obsidian. This is a really good... I'm gonna do this off camera. This is a really good 22 caliber suppressor. One of the things that I like about this one is that you can actually put it into a short configuration where you can basically have it be this long. So you can put real stumpy little suppressor on the front, though you don't get as good of suppression like that. I'm not gonna bother taking this apart and trying to clean it because it's a 22 suppressor, so it's real gross in there. Like it's real gross in there. And like that isn't even that bad, honestly. Okay, it doesn't want to come out. I was gonna try to knock that out so I could. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that isn't even that bad. I've seen worse. I've seen way worse. Now I gotta put it back together. Why did I do that? Chat, why did you let me do this? Why did you let me do this? I said I wasn't going to do it, and then I did it. Chat. I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you would do this to me, chat. Because I really wanted to? Yeah, fair. Hey! Alright, I shouldn't have used the brush to try to arrange those. That wasn't smart of me. Alright. And then the little light laser that's on the front of that is the, who makes it? Who makes that? I have a box somewhere. The little light laser that's on the front is the Rovivon GL5. It's fine, it's whatever. I put it on a 22. It's not like the best thing ever. It's a little cheap laser. Neat. and put that back. That was way faster. I think that one was way faster than I thought that was gonna be. I kind of thought I was gonna be cleaning that thing for like 45 minutes. Do I need a permit for, do you mean integrally? Do I need a permit for integrally suppressed guns, or do they get to skirt, or do they skirt past? No, you still need a permit for integrally suppressed guns. If it has a suppressor, you need to get a tax stamp for it. All right. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break, chat, and then I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Chat, I've returned. I have returned. I have returned. I have a question for you, chat. I have a question for you. Would you rather see cheese rolling or receiver 2? Which one would you rather see? I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Cheese rolling or receiver 2? There's still technically another gun I could clean, but my back is starting to hurt from like standing up basically all day. So I'm gonna play video games instead. So I'm an old man. I'm an old man. Oh, the music is very loud. Goodness. Okay. There we go. I think that should be better. That should be better. What are my thoughts on seafood? I love seafood. I don't like shellfish. I love seafood, but not shellfish. No, you do not need to gift me shoe inserts. It's my posture is the problem. Shrimps is bugs. Shrimps is bugs. Shrimps is bugs. What's wrong with shellfish? I don't like looking at them. That's what's wrong with them. I don't like looking at them. All right, cheese rolling it is. Chat wants to see cheese rolling. Chat gets to see cheese rolling. You want me to say cheese rolling? You want me to say cheese rolling? Cheese rolling. Alright. We'll roll some cheese. We will roll some cheese. Where's cheese rolling? Cheese rolling. Cheese rolling. Guys, if you want to play cheese rolling, it is free on Steam. It is free on Steam. I want to host a 64-person game. It's fine, we'll just host a 5-person game. Or 8-person. Chat, if you want to roll cheese, join the lobby. I'll wait for like 1 or 2 more minutes. Wait for like 1 or 2 more minutes and then we'll start. And then we will roll the cheese. Is this on Steam? Yes, it is. It is free. It is free. How does one roll cheese? Oh, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out. Oh, the goal is to grab the cheese. That's it. That's all the instruction I'm gonna give you. The goal is to grab the cheese. What about mollusks like scallops and oysters? Do I hate that kind of shellfish too, or just crustaceans? Pretty much just crustaceans. I like the other stuff. Octopus is pretty good. Scallops are good. Oysters are good. Alright guys, 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds and then we're gonna start. Boo 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 boo. Alright, we're starting. Get the cheese! Oh my god. Ow. My head. My neck. My cheese! Yo, I got the cheese! My cheese. My cheese. My cheese and my cheese. Oh my god! So if you were wondering what cheese rolling is, here it is. This is cheese rolling. Yo, I got it! Yes, the cheese! I'm a rat man. Cheese. I crave the cheese! I desire cheese. I will claim the cheese. Oh my god, I actually claimed the cheese. I'm a trash panda? No, I'm a rat. See, look. I'm a mouse. I'm a rat. I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules. Oh. We're rats. We're rats. We're the rats. We walk at night. We stalk at night. We're the rats. Flormbus is a great name. It's pretty good. Your Honor, cheese. If you keep jumping, like, right as you hit the ground, you can build up, like, wicked amounts of speed. What is the origin behind Uncle Porkstar? It's a reference to the, I don't know what else to call it, but a series called Wizard People Dear Readers. Yeah, it's a reference to that. Come to me, cheese! The cheese is mine! I will claim this cheese and take it back to my nest. My nest is what I call my home. For I am the cheese man. The rat. I am the rat man. Have you ever seen Batman? It's like that, only completely different in every single way. I am the rat man. My parents are tragically still alive, and they love me very much, and I love them. Tragically. Ratman. Cheese Drylsynth, save some cheese for the rest of us. I'm just kidding. The cheese! Yes, the cheese! Okay, do they want to know what you did in Absolute Batman? I'll tell you what I did in Absolute Ratman. What I did in Absolute Ratman was stay home and read the newspaper. For I am Ratman! I had some delicious cheese. There was a brie and a camembert. Maybe some Roquefort. Cheese! I will claim the cheese. Okay, I won't claim the cheese this time. Next time I'll claim the cheese. No, Ratman. See, now you're getting a boom shot. Cheese! What? I don't know what I was doing there. Oh, he got the crown. But I wanted the crown. Cheese! Oh, God damn it! Where's my cheese? Why? Ratman needs his cheese! Ah! Alright, this time I'm actually gonna win. I gotta lock in. Ratman, can you lock the fuck in? Can you lock the fuck in, Ratman? Please? That was not locking in. What is happening? The Ratman is losing his edge. He's gonna have to start acting like Batman so that he can get his edge back. After this round, can you do the one where chat is the cheese? Alright. We'll go to 5 on this one. We'll go to 5 on this one. And once we've hit 5, then we'll do living cheese mode. Or we'll do living cheese mode now that Ratman has his cheese. No, we won't. I'm now watching Wizard People. Thanks, Zach. You're welcome. I am a beautiful animal, screamed Harry. I am a destroyer of worlds. But Providence must have cast a Glassby back spell. Oh my god! What is happening here? The comeback! Just look at the zoo's newest display. It is a play, a tragic comedy. The lament of roast beefy, how weefy! Ah! If you've seen Wizard People, dear reader, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you're gonna be very, very confused. Oh my god! I grabbed it from in between! Let's go! Oh my god! Absolutely cracked at this game. Absolutely cracked. Absolutely cracked at this game! I have not seen it, but I'm pretty sure it's the same guy who did Washington, the Professor. Yes, it's the same guy that did Washington and the Professor Brothers. It's Brad Neely. Brad Neely is the guy that did Wizard People, dear readers. Unhand me, you peasants! Unhand me! I will have my cheese! You tried to stop me! You tried to stop me and you couldn't do it! You couldn't do it! No one can stop Ratman! You can only delay the inevitable! Ratman will win eventually! Guys, can we get Rat Jam in the chat? Can we just fill chat with Rat Jam, please? Can we just fill chat with Rat Jam? The cheese! Yes! The cheese is mine! Now I have the crown. Ratman has the crown, and because Ratman is such a generous and wonderful king. Because Ratman is such a generous and wonderful king, he will allow you all to consume the cheese. The cheese is yours, my loyal subjects. Enjoy your cheese. It's for you. As the farmer once gifted a 1-ton wheel of cheese to Andrew Jackson, I bequeath unto you a roll of cheese that goes down a hill. The cheese. All right, you guys get one more. You get one more, and then I'll wait for the ad break to end. You got 1 minute. Look, I'm making snow angels. Triosynth wants the crown back. Carlito wants his hand back. Ooh, lava. Lava! Oh. All right, this time I'm gonna actually get the cheese this time though. I'm gonna actually get it. Unhand me, peasant! Okay, I wasn't actually gonna get that time. Alright. Are there new skins? Nope, same ones. We will continue being cheese, man. Alright, you guys got 1 minute. You got 1 minute. You got 1 minute to join for the Living Cheese lobby. Have I seen if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device? I have. It was really good. I really liked it. I'm really, really mad at Games Workshop for how they treated the guy that made it. That was not cool. Games Workshop be like, how dare you like our product? Give us money and don't do anything else. If the Emperor had a text-to-speech device is how I started, like, learning stuff about Warhammer 40k. Like, no joke, it's actually a better it was actually a better resource for learning about Warhammer 40k than, like, anything the Games Workshop ever put out. Ratman broke my entire body when he stole my cheese. Oh my god, am I the cheese? Oh my god, I'm the cheese. I'm the cheese. No! I can't be the cheese. Leave me alone! Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, who's the cheese this time? Who is it? Oh man, it's way more difficult when the cheese is sentient. Oh, I jammed my crotch into the tombstone. Yeah! Ah. Get over here, you. Ah, nice work. That cheese isn't getting away on our watch. Get the cheese! We will claim the cheese as our own. I would join, but I'm lactose intolerant. That's why you gotta take Lactaid before you join the cheese rolling game. It won't help the concussions, but it'll help with the cheese. Grab it! Grab the cheese! Oh! Man, I still don't have a point. This is embarrassing. This will not stand, said the rat man. Cheese! Ow. This is a wily cheese. Not too wily for me, though. Wow, it is kind of hard to actually control the cheese. What the hell? understand the cheese, one must become the cheese. One must think as cheese. That was a good catch. That was a good grab. How many points is this to? I have no tolerance and I must eat cheese. I roll along, and none will catch me, for I am cheese. And I have rolled away into the woods. I roll away again, and again. Every time you think that you will catch me, you will not, for I will turn into cheese and roll away. Uh-oh. Son of a bitch. My one weakness, falling flat on my side where I can't roll. Man, this is exactly like when I played soccer as a kid. This is exactly the same as when I played soccer as a kid. Literally no difference. There was more of me staring at grass, but beyond that. Oh, what is this? That's so cheap! What is that? That's so cheap! I didn't look up and see planes. There was a lot of that, too. Get him before he goes by the building! Oh, so is it, okay, it's once you're the cheese, you have to get away like a certain amount of times. Alright, I understand now. That is an incredibly cheesy strat. That is an incredibly cheesy strat. Party Havarti, oh my god. It ain't easy being cheesy. Damn. This is just an average day in Britain. I'm assuming this is how everyone gets to work. The tube must refer to when they roll an entire log of cheese down the hill. That must be what they say when they say... that must be what they mean when they say they're gonna take the tube. A log? Yes, a log. Where do you think the wheels of cheese come from? They come from a cheese tree. You won't escape from me this time. Okay, now I will escape from you all this time. Now I will use the cheesiest strat. Yes! The cheesiest strat is mine! None can catch me. No! You weren't supposed to catch me. It was not like this. Not like this. Why did I not grab the cheese? Why did I not grab it? I will claim the cheese. I can't see the forest for the cheese. Would I actually chase the cheese down the hill? Oh god, no. I have got like 3 concussions under my belt. I don't need another one. Or should I say under my hat? I've got 3 concussions under my hat. I don't need another one. Ah! Alright, guys, we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more. This is the last one. This is the last one. This is for all the cheese. The Rat King will claim his cheese! Ah! Wait, I was the cheese wheel? Yeah. That's the living cheese game mode. Oh, good lord. Good games, everyone. Good games. Good games. Thank you all. So many broken bones. Many broken dreams as well. Broken bones and broken dreams. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed, or gifted subscriptions, or donated bits. I really appreciate it. You guys doing that enables me to continue making goofy content on the internet, just like this, so thank you all very much. And even if all you guys did was you tuned in and you sat through the ads, doing that really helps me out. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone over on YouTube. All the VOD watchers over there, thank you guys very much. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had a lot of fun. And I will see you all in the next one.